Brandon said 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
It's been like 17.
Cool.
I hear noises.
I hear a door closing.
Must be Brandon.
Yeah, it's not me. Well, it's getting closer. Ah, there he is.
You have now entered the Henry Lovers Podcast. Please welcome your hosts, Mike, Brandon, and Chico. Now enjoy yourself as they ramble on about absolutely nothing for the next hour.
Record. Okay, we're good. We're recording. All right.
We're recording.
So, it took me a little bit longer. There was this homeless dude that like stopped me and was like asking me for directions, and I'm like, dude, I'm in my pajamas, and it's 9, almost 10 o'clock at night. What?
Better lock
Yeah.
your doors tonight.
No, I did. Well, I'm pretty sure there's a drug dealer, or at least multiple drug dealers, in the place where I live. Because you could tell this guy was trying to look for something with his rainbow backpack and, Bob Marley t-shirt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, you got the hookup, yo.
No, I don't have the hookup. I'm one
Where
of
is
those.
the hookup, man?
That's exactly right. What is the hookup?
I looking for little Charlie.
So what did I miss? I was gone for about 20 minutes.
Oh, you missed audio gold. We've
Audio
been
gold.
recording all of it though.
All right,
Nah,
good.
it's been like, what's that? The Fool's Gold, Pyrite, I think is what it is. That's
yes,
what
yes.
it has. Yeah, it's just not great.
Okay.
But we've just been talking. We've been saying, hey, when is he gonna show up? When is he
Yeah.
gonna show up? When are we gonna start the show?
I just had to have like a mother-son talk. You know, I'm living with a 5-year-old, and it's interesting because I haven't been a parent yet, so I don't know like what to expect. Basically, my mom is what to expect when you're expecting a 5-year-old. So
Gotcha.
yeah, and
Well, do we start the show?
we could. I thought you already started the show, but we could totally start the show.
We didn't
Have
do
you-
introductions, Brandon.
We didn't. Well, I can see the name is Chris, and I heard the laugh. It's pretty distinct. So I'm pleasantly surprised though. How you been, man?
Pretty good. What's going on, Brandon?
It's going. So this is Tyrone, Chris Tyroo, for anybody that does not know.
Tyrone.
But
We go way back. In fact, we shared Jello Pops in the attic of my garage when he first moved to Norwich. And yeah, there you go.
Chico is his name. Oh.
Well, Chico, yes, Chico's the nickname.
yeah,
But
yeah, we'll get to
but
where
yeah,
that
there you
came
go.
from. It's one of my stories for later on.
Well, there we go.
Sit-
So is this gonna be like a new permanent thing, or are you just popping in just to see what it's up, or what is up?
Well, I'd be here every week. I've got no reason not to. Seems
Well, there
seems
you
to
go.
have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
See, and this will be good because Mike and I already have differing opinions on some stuff, so it'd be good to get like a third party's opinion on that too, and just kind of like a triple perspective. I feel like that'll definitely fill it out
So
for sure.
either the tiebreaker or the ball buster. Got it.
That's right. That's right. One of us will leave happy.
Or all
All
of,
right,
or
so,
neither of you would be happy.
I just muted my mic, but I didn't mute it on Audacity. So you get me hacking up some phlegms. You're welcome.
Nice. All right. I'll go through and I'll probably edit that out.
Okay,
You know, that's
like,
the funny thing that I was thinking about it when I was re-listening to the last podcast that we did, and we're talking about all this technical crap and how like there's lags and stuff like that. It does nothing in Audacity. Like it's literally only through Skype. So any
Yeah.
like technical issues that we have literally is Skype's fault.
Well, yeah, because
well, Skype sucks.
Audacity is a local and Skype is over the internet. So
Yeah, well, see, we're dumb, Mike and I,
Duh.
and we don't think about things like that. So we were like, oh man, we're gonna have to like try to fix
gonna
this
suck.
in Audacity and stuff. And then turns out, no,
Yeah,
we
dude.
were literally talking, and everybody's like, what are you talking about?
it's a phone call essentially. It's just like if you're on a cell phone and it's like getting a spotty reception. That's all.
That is very true. So, so what's your setup there, Chico? What you got going on?
Well, I'm using my gaming headset actually. the Siberia V3s, super comfy, and
Very nice, very nice.
yeah.
There you
I
go.
saw Mike set up. He sent me a picture of it, and God, it is awful, but so funny to look at.
But it's so appropriate, though, isn't it? Like, just from everything from our friendship going back years and years and years, it literally just spells out poor man. Like, that is the embodiment of Mike right there.
Now we just need to have him give us an entree, you know.
That's right. That's
An
right.
entree?
Cooking with poor man.
Oh, yeah. No, I do like upscale now. I haven't cooked in a while. I'm trying to think of the last thing I cooked. No, it's
you should-
upscale. It's Brandon over there with his bean burrito sandwich.
Listen, it was a veggie burger and it was delicious. I'm sorry if I have the ability to cook things and it looks delicious all the time. I'm trying to toot my own horn, but you know, food.
What are you like?
It made me
Are you
hungry.
like chiming into the vegan lifestyle?
No, not at all. See, it looks good and it sounds good, and my thing is like, if it looks and sounds good, then there's no
Do
reason
it.
for me not to. Yeah, exactly. There's no reason not to try it. Like, there's this one recipe. It's a vegan recipe that I really want to try. It's essentially vegan pulled pork, but what it is, it's smoked pulled trumpet mushrooms.
Yes.
So yeah, you take trumpet mushrooms and you smoke them, and then you just essentially take a fork and kind of rake it across the mushrooms, and it
I
almost.
thought you were supposed to eat mushrooms, not smoke them, Brandon.
Do they make any sound when they heat up?
Wait, do they what?
Make any sound when they heat up?
I mean, it's weird. Like, basically, you smoke them first, so that kind of helps like dry them out and whatever, and then you just saute them with some barbecue sauce after that. So it's
What kind of mushrooms are these again?
trumpet. Oh, trumpet mushrooms. Do they make any sound when you heat them up? Ah, you and your words. Oh Jesus. Okay, so I have a couple things written down.
Can I talk about food since we're on food?
We can totally talk about food. What do you want
I've
to
been
talk about?
dieting for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Really?
Yup. I juice my food. So I eat spinach and kale, banana, carrot, celery,
Nice.
and
That's
usually
expensive.
some seeds.
You don't throw peanut butter in there?
Not too bad. No, a little chobani. I get like the chobani, just Greek plain yogurt. Throw that in there, and I do that. I've been doing it for breakfast and lunch, and that's been fun. But along with that, I've been working out, trying to do the Xbox fitness,
Nice.
and then I've also been doing a little running. And the thing that really sucks. I mean, it's bad enough to eat the liquid diet, but it works. But I've been doing apple cider vinegar, been just drinking that 3 times a day, and eating clove of garlic by itself.
Clove of garlic is actually really good for your heart, apparently.
That's what I hear. My neighbor who died when he was like 97
Yeah.
ate a clove of garlic every day.
Yeah, one of my mom's
It's a
exes,
secret.
He used to just eat just one little clove like a pill. He wouldn't even chew it. He'd just swallow it.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was strange. But he
That's
did
very
it, and
interesting.
he was fairly healthy. I mean, he didn't have anything wrong with him.
I hear it's
that's
good.
interesting. Yeah. See,
Kills all the
so
parasites and viruses and what have you.
are you
Kill it all.
Are you doing some type of like juice? Do you have like a juicer that you use and you like?
Got a ninja. Hiya!
Okay. So let me ask you this then: have you seen the documentary "Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead"?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Nope.
Okay. Because that's, I don't know, it was just one of those random
That's
things
great.
that popped into my head. Yeah, I thought it was actually a really good documentary. So anybody that hasn't seen it, definitely go check that out. I think it's on Netflix now still, maybe.
It
But
was.
If not,
He
yeah,
made
sure.
a second one as well.
I don't think the second one is as good, actually. I feel like I
I haven't
watched
seen
it,
that.
or I watched part of it or something, and it just wasn't... Because if I remember correctly, it was mostly about that trucker dude.
Yeah. I
But-
think he was going around to people and like telling them.
Is this
it's
the same
basically
guy who
he
did
made
Super
it.
Size Me?
No.
No.
Okay.
Different guy.
Yeah, this dude, the Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead guy, was an Australian dude, and then I think
yeah.
what's his face from like Super Size
Morgan
Me and whatever.
Spurlock.
Yeah, he's like some weird American dude. I don't know where he's from actually. Let's find that out real quick. But yeah.
Yeah, juicing though is great.
See,
you feel amazing. I used to like just felt crappy. Like you just feel weighed down. Like I feel great. I didn't lose weight though the first like week and a half,
mm-hmm.
and then the last week and a half I lost 10 pounds. So it's been fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, your body doesn't.
Yeah,
have to
maybe
work
the
as
lack
hard,
of sleep
to be
and
honest.
not eating is adding up.
Well, it usually doesn't work that
As
way.
Maya smiles.
Apparently he's from West Virginia. What were you saying, Chico, though? You were something?
Dieting like that usually doesn't always work. Like with no sleep and little to eat, because your body goes into like a response, like they call it.
Well, I try to eat like a good sized like dinner, usually at like 5, early enough. And I try to get a good workout in after that. Like dinner, I'll have like a steak and potatoes and some asparagus. Like I'll have a good sized dinner. Like I know I should do that for lunch, but just most of the time I can't because I'm at work. But
Well, and see, it's weird though, because like if you listen to different, like obviously it's all different for different people, but lunch is actually supposed to be the lightest meal of the day. Breakfast, yeah. Well, at least that's what I've heard, because lunch is like just the pick me up to get you through the rest of the day until dinner, and then you're actually not supposed to eat
a ton for
dinner.
either.
Right, exactly. It's supposed to, basically like breakfast is the main meal. Like you're supposed to have like a really good, like decent hearty breakfast, because that's what's going to energize you like through the whole day.
that makes sense.
Lunch is like the pick me up, and then dinner is kind of more of the smaller. That's why like traditional like French cuisine, they'd have like 11, courses or whatever. They were all very tiny portions. So like instead of having an appetizer as you would have like in modern cooking of like a seared scallop, like seared bacon wrapped scallop or something like that, you would literally get one, and that was the first course. You know what I'm saying? And then the second course
That doesn't count.
Well, see, but that's seriously what it is, and that was like dinner and stuff like that back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what they say, and actually you're not supposed to eat past like 8 o'clock at night or something like that. Like.
So that's why I used to do that all the time. I've really cut back on that as well.
Yeah.
If you have to eat something that late at night, you're better off just drinking milk, chocolate milk actually in particular.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's like 8 cookies, half a bag of Doritos,
That's the
leftover steak from dinner.
That's the gaming dad bod. You gotta be careful with that.
I'm trying to be. It's not easy though. It's not easy finding time to do all that and then help take care of a child.
No, but
Don't want to be dad bod. No.
yeah.
Bad Mike.
On a side note, I've totally gained like 25 pounds or something like that in the past
No
like
way.
year and a half. Yeah, it's crazy. I barely look it, but I'm almost 150 pounds. And I can't really say that out loud. Listen, I can't really say that out loud because people get like disgusted with me. Like, oh, you're almost 150 pounds. Like, you don't understand.
Like you're too skinny or what?
Well, no. Okay, so somebody my size is supposed to weigh about 140, 150 pounds. That's like normal
Horse
weight
feathers.
for me, okay? But I have weighed the same. I've weighed 125 pounds. I'm 25 years old, weighed 125 pounds up until a year and a half ago. Like, literally from middle school, like 8th grade up until almost 25. I weighed 125 pounds. And I couldn't lose or gain weight, but it was bad because you're not supposed to be that small when, you're 24 or 25 years old. You're supposed to be like 140, 150 pounds. So I finally put on weight, and it's pretty fantastic. It makes me happy.
Nice. I can't picture you with like any weight on. You've always just been a stick figure.
And that's the thing, like, you still can't even really tell. Like, the biggest thing is it's mostly, like, around my chest, I guess, and, like, kind of belly, maybe? I don't know. It's...
Do you have one of those?
I mean, no, it's weird. It still looks like abs, but, like, I don't know. It's pokier than it used to be.
No.
But so while we're on the topic of food, I want to bring up something that I thought was pretty hilarious. So when I think of like Southern cooking, especially living in the South for as long as I have, but like more or less, I want to know what you guys think. Like that's like biscuits and gravy and like ham and like.
Ooh,
you know
that
what I'm
chicken
saying?
for Popeyes.
Dude, I just
But-
think of
but you-
waffles.
Well, see, waffles
Yeah.
is a good one too, but like biscuits though, like Southern biscuits, like that's like a staple of Southern culture.
Yeah, like grits.
right?
Yep. Grits.
See, exactly. Now,
Okra.
I made sausage biscuits and gravy the other night for dinner.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Yes. So I was very, very excited because I, handmade the biscuits and did all that stuff. And I realized that I did not have biscuit cutters. And the glasses, the last time that I made biscuits, actually crimped the edges so they didn't rise. They ended up being like English like biscuits. You know what I mean? Like little thin,
Oh, they were flat.
tough. Yeah, exactly.
Pancakey.
So
Nice.
anyway, I go all around. I go to Kmart, Walmart, Publix, which is like a Mike and I talked about this the other day.
Yeah,
It's
we
a-
went to Publix.
yeah, it's essentially like a price chopper.
It's Resident
Tops.
Evil 2, I think.
Yeah, that's what we compared it to. It was or no, Resident Evil 4? Was it 4? It was 4, I think. Publix is fancy. Anyway, Publix is it's a good grocery store. So anyway, I went there. I just went a shitload of places. Okay, I went to all of these different places in search for biscuit cutters. I was out and about for like 2 hours looking for biscuit cutters. Not a single store that I went to sold them, and I was like freaking out because I live A, in the South where biscuits were probably invented, and then B, at Walmart. Okay, at Walmart in the South, and they did not have biscuit cutters. I was floored. So anyway, I had to use my kitchen knife, like my chef's knife, to cut these biscuits into like weird squares, and then they still didn't rise properly.
You probably
And I
have to
was
put slits, to be honest, on the sides.
Hmm?
If you would have put slits to let it expand more, it would have been fine.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I used the chef knife, and I didn't actually like kind of cut through it. I just kind of like
No, I mean like on the sides of the actual dough when you get the shape, you have to put like grate it, make it have lines on the outside so it's allowed to expand more.
I'll have to give that a shot the next time though, because this is like the third time that I've made biscuits, and they've just not biscuited. Like they have failed to biscuit, and it's been terrible. But I just
throw
thought,
a ton of baking powder in there.
well, and that's the thing.
And just let it go.
I used like 2 or 3 tablespoons of baking powder in these freaking things, and
Okay, here's what you do. I got it.
all right,
You make your biscuit dough, right?
yeah,
And then you know how you throw you throw a marshmallow in the microwave, it poofs up really big.
yeah.
Just throw marshmallows inside all of your biscuits. And then they'll poof up. Boom. It's biscuit.
So basically, I'm having like s'mores biscuits and gravy,
Yes?
or like s'more biscuits.
Put a lot of salt in to cancel out the sweetness. It'll work.
That actually doesn't work because I've tried that.
It'll work.
I over
Trust
salted
me, it'll work.
something one time, and
It'll
I
work.
tried to add like,
It will
honey
work.
and sugar, and
It
just
will work.
no.
It doesn't work.
Brandon,
Mike.
it will work. Trust
You
me. I'm a
you
chef.
just get
Okay.
more complex flavors, but it doesn't actually make it taste any better.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't even
Okay,
know
let's
about more
drown out the
complex.
salt, the sweetness. We'll put in ketchup.
Right.
That'll mask it all.
Oh my god.
Just put gravy in there. Put gravy.
Gravy.
Okay, take the marshmallows and dunk it in gravy and then put it inside the biscuit.
Yeah. Okay, that's actually probably true Southern food right there. Like that would.
That'll
be
work
like,
good.
That is the.
And then
epitome.
deep fry it.
And then yes, actually, of course. And
Bread it and then deep fry it though. You gotta make like the fried chicken.
get
marshmallow
that really
biscuit.
nice crunchy outside with that ooey gooey
Oh.
inside.
Yes.
No, that sounds awful.
I'm
that's
hungry.
That's like one of those Krispy Kreme burgers that everybody's like raving
Oh.
about. You're like, oh, yeah.
Oh lordy, lordy. Put it on me.
I mean, you can put it on you. I'm not gonna put it on you.
No.
That's you keep that one. But yeah, I don't know. So another random couple things that I have. I've been having these like weird ass dreams the past couple nights, and I'm talking like really vivid, like just weird. I don't even know how to explain them dreams, so I'm going to tell you them. So
Right, deja vu.
Wait, so should we take
No.
acid first?
you might want to like these dreams, but you gotta make sure.
Hang on.
What are we hanging?
He's taking his acid.
I get my acid.
Oh, right, okay. So
I'll
anyway,
go take a hit of my vinegar.
you gotta make sure that you're in a happy place, because these dreams aren't good, weird. They're like just bizarre and kind of just yeah. So the first one, I have it written down in my notes as crazy alligator dream, and so this also kind of opens up the question of like dream, what is it, dreamology or whatever, like being able to like tell what dreams mean, and if there is in fact like meanings to like dreams that you have. So, all right, let me kind of lay it out for you. So, my sister Mackenzie and I were in like some type of like weird loft apartment thing, and we're kind of exploring it and checking it out. It's really cool. Now, Chico, I don't know if you know, but I like crawl under houses and stuff. I do like pest control stuff for a living now. So, you know, I see a lot of weird, nasty, dark, dank looking places. And anyway, so we're looking around in this loft area and like looking through all of this stuff, and we start to we find this really long corridor, and we start walking down it, and we're just chatting, whatever. But it gets like just darker and darker and darker, and just more dingy and like dirty and gross. Well, we get through this area. It's kind of like a little doorway area, and it just becomes straight like mud, almost like you enter the sewers, right? And if you look around, there's like all of these different pens. Like it's more or less like metal fences that are around, and they're like these just like gutted like alligators, like that have just been completely torn apart, and like I said, just completely like massacred. And so you go around, and we're looking, and we're just getting like really grossed out by all this stuff. Well, we find one in a pen that's still moving, and we kind of go over to it and like, what the hell's going on? And it starts to come after us. So we're hauling ass, and we're like running away because this giant alligator thing is starting to like come after us. Well, we're running back down this corridor, and we look back, and the alligator starts like hauling ass towards us, and then it kind of erects itself and starts running like bipedally, so like two legs.
He said erect.
So like it like, you know, goes up on two legs, and it starts to turn into a human, right? And then this this human dude is coming and like basically like attacks Mackenzie and is about to kill her. So like I have to like wrestle him off and whatever. And long story short, Mackenzie somehow finds a gun and shoots the guy. So we end up at dinner with like Doobie and like myself, my mom, my dad's there, Brittany's there, like all of these people that I know, and Mackenzie and I, and we're trying to explain to them that we killed like this shape-shifting alligator man because he was trying to kill us, but like my parents were convinced that we killed somebody and we need to turn ourselves in. So Mackenzie is like hysterical because she just killed a guy and doesn't know what like is going on and what happened. And I'm over here like trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And then like Mackenzie and I end up like leaving because we're about to get arrested or something. And then all of the stuff around us starts like warping into like these weird, almost Silent Hill-esque like things, like just really demented looking like clowns, like hanging from like nooses from like, you know, weird like rusty it was just so fucked up. And I woke up from that, and I was just like, how I couldn't sleep for like 2 hours after that because I couldn't get those images out of my brain, and it was just the weirdest fucking thing ever. So the second dream I'm gonna tell you about, I'll make a little bit shorter, but this one's really weird because I got killed by Brock Lesnar about 100 times. More specifically, I got shot to death about 100 times by Brock Lesnar, and I kept coming back to life, and he kept finding me, and he kept shooting me to death. Okay, so
it's like a bad dream in like Call of Duty, just getting spawn killed, just over and over, just getting spawn killed by Brock Lesnar.
Exactly. So I try to like run away, and I'm trying to like get a hold of my situation and try to get the upper hand. And I actually find like a MAC-10 or whatever, and I shoot him with it. But like the bullets literally kind of like just sink in a little bit into his skin and then just fall right out. And then he kind of laughs.
Mode.
Right. And he kind of laughs, and then he shoots me again. So like that was the second crazy dream. Like we're basically literally for I don't know however long I was asleep, I was literally just getting chased down by Brock Lesnar and shot to death. So there you go.
I keep picturing Brock Sampson from the Venture Brothers just chasing you down. For some reason, I can't picture Brock Lesnar, but I can picture him.
But that's the
His
thing.
little
Like,
curly, his like Jerry curl, just freaking hunting you down.
just that might actually be a little bit more appropriate. But Brock Lesnar is some person that I have not thought about in at least like 10 years. You know what I mean?
I know.
Since he was relevant in like UFC. That's the last time that I even thought like, oh, Brock Lesnar, and then he just shows up in my dreams and murks me 100 times. Like, what the fuck is that? So what are the interpretations here, boys? Like, give me something for that.
You don't miss video games is the Brock Lesnar one.
I don't miss video games. Okay.
You don't miss playing Call of Duty or Halo or any of the shooters.
I'd probably agree with that.
The alligator. Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Whatever you ate before dinner, or whatever you ate before you slept that night. Bad idea.
I gotta think. What did we have? I've actually been eating
alligator.
pretty good since Doobie moved out. No more chicken nuggets and boxed mac and cheese.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. What do you think, Chico? What are the official Chico interpretations?
Well, the alligator dream is interesting. I mean, subconsciously, you're in a dark corridor going to some place that you really don't want to be, probably. So.
Work, I guess.
Well, I don't know.
That is work for Brandon, right? Nobody wants to go to work, and Brandon works in these tight, confined areas.
Well, yeah, but the subconscious thing that I would imagine is going on there is like, it's like he doesn't probably like that job all that much. He just does it because it's probably good money. The sister thing,
Yeah.
she's there as someone that he protects, but also protects him. So,
Yeah.
Damn.
Chico's good at this.
Yeah, right? We should do this more often.
and the Brock Lesnar thing, that just sounds like a big comedy show to me.
It's so weird, though, right?
It sounds like you have a bully in your life.
It's like Louis C.K. is writing my dreams. They're really dark and twisted sometimes, and other times they're just weird and off the wall and hilarious. Man.
My shitter pants all over me.
Nice. The joys of parenthood.
I heard it coming, and then I put my hand down, and yep, I'm gonna troop her through this. She's still asleep, so
Nice, she's
When-
asleep
when
too.
she-
That makes it better.
when she wakes up. Oh yeah, expert pooper.
Well, yeah.
I want to know if you guys heard about the bank robbery in Edmiston.
That's
No.
Yeah, apparently MBT Bank got robbed, and the guy's still on the loose. So we're chit-chatting about that at work today, and then my coworker comes up and says, "Yeah, well that place got robbed a couple years ago." I was like, "Yeah, I remember that." So apparently this one guy was, I guess he was just shopping or something, and then the guy, he ran into some guy, and the guy's like, yeah. That guy, the one that did the last robbery, he was my tenant. He's like, "You want to hear how he robbed the place?" So I guess the guy was, he just went up there and handed his banknote, right? This guy was a little slow, so he took his regular banknote with his name on it and then scribbled on the back, like, "Give me the money or else I'm going to kill you." And then handed it to the teller so that they knew, like, instantly who it was.
what an idiot.
Wow.
So, but I guess I don't know how the new robbery happened, but it's just, real great place to live up here.
Yeah, sounds like a great place to raise a family and, whatever.
You want to say hi?
So, you're living in Albany now, right, Chico? Or somewhere in that area?
Yeah. Capital reason, bro.
Nice. That is a baby.
That is Maya.
Without Maya.
Yeah.
She's awake now. It's milk time.
Ah, yes.
So
Okay.
you guys proceed with your reacquaintances. That's not the word. Your hellos.
Hellos,
And,
there you go. Hellos.
familiarizing yourself.
30
yes.
minutes into the show, we're going to
Yeah,
familiarize ourselves.
Yeah. I'll be RB.
All right, man. But yeah. So what are you doing now? I mean, I've seen obviously like the Facebook posts and stuff like that. You're, I don't know, in Albany and play pool, and that's about all I got. But
Oh, well, I do a ton of stuff on here. Well, some of the notes that I put down is like just the stuff that I do is, yeah. I'm a software engineer by trade. That's what I went to school for. So
Nice.
I sit at a computer screen all day and write/review/QA code. Um, and I work for an EDI company, so my company makes the world go round essentially.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so there are places like like our competitors fill stores. We fill warehouses that fill stores. Yeah, we're just like the third party for people putting in orders. Just to make it simple, if you're Walmart and you want to order from like your 20,000 suppliers, you don't want to send 20,000 individual orders to these places. You're like, you're like, screw that. I'll have somebody else do that for me. And that's where we come in. So you send us this gigantic file, and then we run it through our code and translate it out and send it to all the 20,000 people for you.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's what
That's
I
pretty
do.
cool. Nice. I actually, when I was working at Sawgrass, when I was cooking over there, I knew a guy that was actually the middleman for a lot of like different things. The majority of the stuff that he did was actually disaster relief. So I kind of had like a love-hate relationship with this guy because like he was actually really cool, like really nice guy, really down to earth for being like a billionaire. But he made all of his money in disaster relief. So he like, I remember every time he'd bring up Katrina, he would tell me that he still has like an IOU from the government for like $2 or $3 billion or something like that.
Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, because he supplied like over 80% or something like that of the disaster relief. Like, and that's so that's like a temporary housing, bottled water, because he just knows a lot of people. So he would basically contact all of these different people, like basically make shit happen and kind of do all this stuff, and then the government sends him a fat check to help it out, like for helping out.
He would front the cash, and then he would basically charge a fee for his services.
Right, exactly. So it was insane, and like I said, he was probably the frumpiest looking dude. Like you would never tell by looking at him, but he was like a pretty chubby old guy with like a lazy eye, and he'd wear like mustard stained polos and shit like that to the beach club. And
dude, if I were loaded, I wouldn't dress any different than what I do now. To be honest, I wear jeans and a fucking collared shirt every day. That's just how I dress.
No, I totally feel like I'm basically the same way. Like I would not, kind of make myself more uptight just because I was worth a lot of money. But it's just really funny when you work around a lot of millionaires and like stuff like that, and they're very kind of uptight and like, oh, hoity-toity on my high horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you got somebody who's leagues above them, being more common.
Oh, right, exactly. Just totally chill. And he was a cool guy to have conversations with. In fact, I went to it was like an expo almost for like chefs and stuff like that. I got invited by the head chef of like the whole place, because essentially there's like the head chef over all of the kitchens, and then each kitchen had their own head chef. So my kitchen, the kitchen that I ran, essentially we did really, really well that year. We had made I want to say like $500,000 or something like that for the first like 6 months that we were open, which was apparently huge numbers compared to like the rest of the club. Granted, that was also like peak ocean, like beach time, and my kitchen was literally like right on the beach. Like you could see the beach and the sand and everything from my kitchen. But anyway, I got invited to this expo, and Mr. Johnson, considering he was like the highest of VIP members, and I think he was on the board too, he ended up coming to all of these types of things with us. I remember he brought, I'm assuming they're really high-end hookers, because they were like half naked and like more than half. Like they were literally basically like in almost nothing the entire night and just hanging all over him. And I just remember him doing like body shots and stuff off of these women.
It's all about that cash, bro.
It is. It's ridiculous. But the funny thing is that him and his wife are like just adorably like stupid adorable old people. So, and they'd been together since like they were 15 or some crazy shit like that, and yet he's over here like doing body shots off of strippers and stuff. It was definitely one of the weirdest nights. And I'll tell you what, man.
They're not strippers, they're escorts. Get it right.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, escorts. The working ladies. But I'll tell you what, man. It was definitely really strange to witness all of the shenanigans that was allowed to happen because I was in a room with a bunch of million and billionaires. Like, it is just insane how much stuff you can get away with when you're loaded.
Yeah, dude, by association, you were a millionaire that night.
Oh, yeah, and it was pretty cool, too. Like, I mean, that's not really my cup of tea. I'd rather, live in a cabin in the woods and not be a part of anything else but, that. But, yeah,
I would love a cabin in the woods on a mountain somewhere.
Dude, that's what I want so bad. Like, it's so much less chaos. You know what I mean? Like, not that my life is really that chaotic now, but, like, when I was a kid, I used to thrive in chaos, but now it drives me insane. Like, I almost can't function around too much chaos. And just the idea of having, like, a pond or something in my backyard that I can just sit at and, like, sip tea or a beer or something, like, that just sounds phenomenal.
Yeah. It does sound like a good lifestyle. Dude, to have a nice log cabin that has like 2 or 3 bedrooms in it so that I can have folks over every once in a while.
Right.
And sitting with a nice like lakefront. Doesn't have to be a beach, but it definitely has to have a boardwalk into the lake so you can jump into it and swim and
oh yeah.
Like canoe
for
around.
sure.
That's the dream,
yeah. For sure. Well, hey, you're more than welcome. My ultimate dream is to probably spend way more money than I will ever own on just a huge plot of land, and then anybody that wants to come live there that I like can totally come. Just like, all right, that's your plot of land over there. Build your house, help me pay the mortgage, we're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be down to do that. North Carolina seems the prime spot to do that.
You know, it's funny that you say that because actually I'm totally looking at like the Asheville area.
Yeah, I mean the company that I work for has a okay sized office out of Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how far that is from Asheville. I'm not familiar at all with anything North Carolina. That's just the state that it's like right in the middle.
Right.
So it just seems like an appropriate place to go. Don't want to go too far south because I don't want to deal with all that heat and humidity that kills you, and try to minimize the impact of the hurricanes, but also minimize the impact of the winter because wintertime sucks ass up here. So if I deal with a foot of snow over the course of a year, that's nothing, instead of the 5 to 7 feet that we get, which just sucks ass.
Yeah. Well, okay, so Raleigh is about 5 hours from where I'm from right now, and it's actually kind of like in the middle of the state, if I'm not mistaken. And then Asheville is about 2 hours from where I'm from. Now, Raleigh, I mean, North Carolina itself is pretty much mountainous. But Asheville, I like Asheville because it's kind of like, in my opinion, the quote-unquote hidden gem of the South because it's a lot of artists and it's a lot of kind of honestly more like hipstery, hippy-dippy type people. But honestly, I see eye to eye with them way more than I see eye to eye with a bunch of the racist, bigots that I have around me right now. So Asheville is personally, it's kind of, think like Norwich, but like a slightly bigger, more artistic city, literally tucked in the mountains. Like, that's literally what Asheville is.
Sounds like an interesting place.
It's really cool, man. And actually, let's see. I think there's like 6 breweries or something like that, 6 or 7 like big time breweries that are there, and then there's just all kinds of different like artisan foods because like I said, it's kind of like hipstery. So like you have like artisan donuts, artisan tacos, like a lot of like really good food, a lot of really good beer. They have like shops. Have you ever been into like an antique store where they have like little booths where people can sell their own antiques and stuff like that?
Yeah, consignment shops.
Yeah, exactly. They have those, but literally specifically and only for artists. So if you make furniture, if you paint, if you make cheese boards out of glass bottles, which is actually a thing, There's this guy that takes like old like Grey Goose bottles and stuff like that, and heats them up and compresses them into like cheese boards.
Wow.
It's pretty cool actually.
It seems like it requires a lot of talent to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the cool thing about it is like all of that stuff is very much celebrated over there. You know what I mean? And I mean I wouldn't say that I'm a...
It's at least appreciated.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's the other thing too is it's like Asheville's kind of a cool touristy place, but it's not like Myrtle Beach touristy where there's nonstop tourists like all the time until it gets cold. You know what I mean? Like you'll have like a small influx of people that'll come out and then they'll kind of like dissipate, but it's not like just way too much. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just a really cool environment. There's a lot of like folk museums. You can literally find just all kinds of different things to do there. In fact, Mackenzie and I were on vacation and we took like a weekend trip and basically just chilled out in Nashville for the weekend and, you know, hiked and did all the brother sister type stuff that we could find to do over there. And then we actually were in downtown Asheville the night that gay marriage was like legalized like on a federal basis or whatever. And dude, Asheville literally turned into a giant party. Like it would not stop and it was fantastic. So it's just really cool. Like they're real open-minded and stuff, which is hard to find in the South.
Yeah, it seems like a progressive kind of area.
Right, exactly. And it's probably one of the only like I would say super progressive areas that you'll find within, you know, a good probably 5-hour drive in any direction. Because I think like Charleston would probably be the next like decently progressive place, but even that's not super progressive.
Yeah, I was in Charleston last year in December.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to like travel and stuff for the company that you work for?
No,
or was it just because
visiting my girlfriend?
Oh, okay. She lives in Charleston?
No, she lives in a town called holy fuck. She lives near Columbia.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like how close?
Florence.
Florence. Dude, she's literally 45 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's coming up here in 3 weeks.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure you probably know, but Clemson?
Yeah, big university.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm literally like maybe 30 minutes away from Clemson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's just a tiny ass little town, Anderson, South Carolina. Woohoo! But I mean, it's basically like 3 times the size of Norwich, probably 4 actually, but it's still, yeah, it's still Norwich basically.
Maya must have really shit herself good.
Yeah.
No, I'm just waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
Oh, okay. That was pretty good. Pretty good moment.
Alright, well,
Jesus.
now that we know that Poor Man is back and we're warmed up into this, I'll give you guys the story of the origins of my nickname.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a person that wonders where it came from. So, in 7th grade, Brandon, I know you probably know Wade Cornegay and Alex Finelli because they went to school with us.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you're also familiar with them. So,
I know
in
them.
gym class, since I was like one of like 7 people in the town of Norwich that was not white.
Yep.
Yeah, they would see me and they go, "Eh, Chico," and they would do that pretty much every gym class, and people started tagging that as the way to get a hold of me, and they kept doing it to me in the hallway, and eventually everybody started saying, started saying "Hey Chico" at some point, and that stuck with me. So
I don't think I knew your real name was Chris for like a year after I met you.
Yeah. So to be honest, my nickname is racist rooted.
Nice.
Yeah.
As all good nicknames should be, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other nickname that I have from Pierce and Mike Scranton are Cortez.
Cortez.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's terrible.
Uh,
Man, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I always found it kind of weird calling you Chico. I mean, maybe it's because like I met you. When did we meet? Like 6th grade?
yeah. Yeah, 6th grade.
Yeah, and like I don't know, man. Like I knew you as Chris, and then like everybody's like, oh, Chico, and I'm like, but wait, that's okay, Chico.
Chico. His
Chico.
name is Chico.
Yeah, Nick will
See-
not let anybody call me Chris.
Wait, is this Nick Christian?
Yeah.
What's he been up to? I can't really get a solid answer out of anybody because nobody knows.
Well, I
But,
see
like-
Nick. I see Nick on the occasion. He lives right here in Albany with me. Well, not with.
Does
me,
he
but
really?
Yeah, he lives about 10 minutes from my apartment. He is a Starbucks barista.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he works at a Starbucks inside of a Price Chopper.
What a bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he
Starbucks
said his girlfriend Lindsay going on 3 years now, I think, or like 3
Been a
and half
while.
years. Yeah, they've been together for quite some time. They live together.
Nice. Man, at least he got out of Norwich.
Yeah.
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 I
I can still tell you, he still smokes a lot of weed.
I was gonna say, is he still a burnout? Like, because that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from people. But
Yeah, but he doesn't do
Yeah.
anything else. Like he was getting a little loose for a little while in Norwich, so it was a good thing
Yeah.
he got out.
yeah.
oh, for sure.
I every once in a while I send him a random text that has no meaning at all. Be like, yo, when are we having a campfire?
Does he ever respond?
That's a pretty.
Yeah, he responds and then I don't say anything back.
What? What a douche. What a douche. Oh
No.
man,
I gotta keep tabs on him somehow.
I wouldn't mind that, man. I miss having like bonfires and stuff like that. Like that's one of the biggest things that I miss really about like
Dude, wiffle
not
ball.
being.
Wiffle ball.
See, wiffle ball was cool.
Yeah.
But like, okay, here's the thing. Like here, when I was like right after high school and stuff like that, kind of before I lost my shit and moved to Florida, which that's an interesting story, Chico, if you don't know that story. But I literally went insane and moved to Florida to regather myself because that was a fun experience. But anyway, like before that happened, I used to go out like all the time, and like, you know, my buddies and I down here would do like bonfires, or we'd go fishing, or do all this kind of stuff. And now that like I'm not insane and whatever, all of my friends either just don't really talk to me as much as they used to, or they're like really hard to get a hold of because they're kind of still stuck in that place, and I just don't really do anything interesting anymore. I mean, I still do fun stuff, I guess, but like nothing chill like that, you know? I really miss that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Well, when you come back up here, we'll have to do something.
Well, I'm still pushing for November. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen, just because, well, I mean, I know I have to get up there now. Did I tell you that I found out my grandmother has kidney disease?
Ooh, no.
Yeah, she's in stage 2. So, I mean, it's workable right now. Like, she's on medications and stuff for it. But, I mean, I hate to sound...
It's a bummer.
Yeah, I hate to sound kind of blunt about it. But, I mean, the woman's, like, 76 years old or something like that. Like...
Yeah, that means she's
You know what
got
I'm-
at least another 4 to 5 years. Should be fine.
Yeah, and that's, but still, like, I haven't seen her for a couple of years, so I definitely have to get up there to, like, see her and, you know, at least introduce her to Brittany, because she's the only sane girlfriend that I've ever had, and, you know, her child is hilarious, so I have to, like, be like, hey, Grandma, look, this, it's in your mind, is the first girlfriend I've ever had, because you've never seen the rest of them.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but dude, I mean, you should surprise the shit out of her and say, hey, this is my daughter.
yeah, right? Oh, God, she would probably have a heart attack. I don't know if I want to kill my grandma.
Well, at least she wouldn't die from the kidney disease.
That is true. That is very true. She would die very happy, thinking that she was a great great grandma. But yeah, so I definitely am gonna try to make it in November. But we also have to go visit Brittany's family in Idaho some point this year, probably before New York. So, because that was kind of the deal. Like, since she helped me pay off my car, I told her that Idaho was, basically taking priority over everything else because, she paid off my car.
Yeah. No, Idaho will be fun, I think.
Well, she lived like...
You're driving, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was to say, that drive could definitely suck.
No, yeah, that's like a 3-day drive, and she lived like up in the mountains. She lived in Orofino, which is like...
See, that would be freaking sweet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's shown me pictures and stuff, and it looks gorgeous.
Beautiful, yeah.
But she's, she said that like some parts of like the winter, she would get like snowed in and stuff and wouldn't be able to leave because they literally lived on top of a mountain. So...
Be amazing.
What does the lady do?
She actually, ironically enough, is a receptionist where I work, which is not how we met. We actually, okay, so this is, long story short, I'll try to condense it as best I can, but, so I started working at this pest control company because I got fired from Planet Fitness. I was a manager over there, and we changed the general manager, who ironically enough was from like Corning or some shit like that, and she hated my guts, hated my personality. It just did not like every fiber of me rubbed her the wrong way. So she fired me, and my buddy Doobie, who was my roommate at the time, got me a job working with him at this pest control company. So I start, trying to get familiar with everybody, and the receptionist that is there, like the head receptionist, her name is Kimmy. Like, we would kind of, like, pop in and just, fuck with her because she's a lot like us, just kind of weird and whatever. But anyway, there was one day she was, like, texting somebody and I was trying to talk to her, so I kind of, like, jokingly overinflated my ego, and it was like, who could you possibly be talking about that's, like, more important than me, LOL. And so she said that she was talking to her friend Brittany, and she was like, oh, my friend Brittany is like, whatever, she really needs a good man in her life. And of course, again, being that overinflated ego, funny kind of whatever that I tried to do, I was like, well, I was like, you just, you two come over to my house, I'll cook you guys dinner, and she won't need another man for the rest of her life or whatever. Like, totally joking around and not being serious. Well, we keep chatting and laughing about it or whatever, and then Doobie and I go out on our job, and then we get back from our job, several hours later, we get back to the shop, we're about to head out, and Kimmy comes out of the back texting, and I was like, man, are you still texting Brittany? And she's like, yeah, we're really excited for dinner this weekend. What are we having? And I was like, oh shit. So I literally just came up with something on the spot. They came over, and they actually stayed until like 4 o'clock in the morning, so there you go. The rest is history. She now lives with me, and I'm now basically a parent to a 5-year-old, and it's interesting.
Well, I bet.
Not bad, but it's definitely it's new, so.
Yeah, I haven't had to come across that. So.
Well, that's probably a good thing. Not that it's a bad thing, but it definitely takes some getting used to. Like, I didn't know that anytime a child is hungry or tired or basically anything other than happy, they're angry. And just, so that's definitely taking a little bit of getting used to. Like, if dinner is not on the table at exactly 7 o'clock, like, hell will rain down upon all of the women and children of the world, because, goddamn it, I want food. But yeah, so that's where I'm at in life right now. Hopefully getting out of this apartment and getting a house soon, because it's just way too small. I didn't think, I thought I had plenty of space, and then, again, moving in with a 5-year-old and running around and yelling and screaming, and it's like, we have neighbors, shh, and it's like, I don't care about the neighbors. Well, I don't either, but courtesy. But, yeah. It's good times, man. This is what you have to look forward to in a couple years, Mike.
I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah, but he has a house, so he's got some extra breathing room for that.
Yeah, well, that is true, and your parents live right next door, so if you get tired of the kid, you can just be like, here, Mom, watch this, and then, like,
that's right.
Run away. I, on the other hand, don't get any of that, so.
I win.
Yeah, for now. You just got shit on, so I think I win today.
Well, yeah, you would.
Oh man, so I don't know if you guys recorded anything before this, but we are officially at the hour mark. So is there anything else that we want to throw in before we head off for the night?
Chico wants to give a shout out to the Fry Guy.
The Fry Guy?
And he likes big butts and he cannot lie.
Nice. That's solid shout out, Chico.
Dude, you know, that came from the griff ball thing that we were doing. Because I thought that was something for the commentator to say, just like in between rounds, talking about the players.
They were just talking about how terrible we were. And, like, the one guy's like, yo, I really think they're going to come out and play a strong round. They just got 5-0'd. They're going to, it was, Brandon, we do a griff ball league.
Right.
It's a Halo game. You know, you probably know.
I remember.
But we're in a league, and, yeah, we were in first place. Now we're not.
Oh.
But the guy's like, oh, they want to showcase our games this week. They want to do the live stream. They're going to have the announcers set up. You know, just give us a little quick bio for your team so we can, you know, try to make it look nice. So
nice.
Yeah, we started off the season really nice, but then there was like a 3 to 4 week stint there where Bungie put out an update and they broke griff ball, so we couldn't play any league matches. So everybody pretty much screwed off for a month, and it screwed our whole like team play.
These guys though, they were not to be stopped. They kept practicing, and they wanted to beat us.
Nice.
Because they kept saying, oh man, I was listening to the rerun, and they're like, man, you know, when the team name, you know, when they got a name like Monkey Fist, and their bio says you just got monkey fisted, it really makes you want to beat them. And they use that motivation to really, really, really just freaking practice, and they came out and just kicked our heads in.
Shoved it right up there, no lube.
Oh, it was bad. I was embarrassed.
Dude, the only person that held their ground for all 3 of the matches was me. And in the second one, I can't even say that we did that. I mean, I had...
No, we didn't do it at all. We just bent right over and said, here it is.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, but, well, then, on top of that, they asked me beforehand, like, oh, do you want to do a post-game interview? Are you okay for that? So I was like, yeah, sure, because I figured, oh, we're at the worst here. We're going to split. We're going to win one game, lose one game. No big deal.
Right.
So then we get destroyed 3 games in a row because we played a third.
Yeah, for the tiebreaker.
So I gotta sit there and they're asking me questions. They're like, so what was going on in the chat room when you guys are getting hammered? And I'm trying. Now I know how all the coaches feel for like football and stuff. When their team goes out and just sucks, and they gotta go out there and give like a good answer on like what happened. So that was the whole thing.
So what place are you in? What did you fall from? Or I mean, you were at first, but
it's just first for our division. So I think there's 30-something teams.
Oh, okay.
And we were 3-1 going into that night, and now we're 3-3.
Bummer.
Yeah, they're 4-2. So, yeah.
Yeah, their only losses came to us.
Yeah.
Kick all the ass, take all the names. That's what you got to do.
Well, playoffs are coming up, so we'll see what happens. We'll be giving an update, I'm sure.
Well, totally. So I guess what we can do then is whenever, because you said it was live streamed, right? So we could totally like throw something like that up.
We
on
don't
the
need
Facebook
that.
page.
No.
Come on, man.
No.
The whole point of this podcast is to show how just epic losers sometimes we can be. Like Henry Lovers. That was the whole point of the podcast.
Oh, okay. We'll do an update on the Facebook page.
And listen, you don't have
begrudgingly.
I mean, realistically, it's not like we have like hordes of fans right now. So like, you know, basically my mom and
that's even worse.
Brittany will see it. That's really
I don't want your mom to know how much I suck at video games. That's like all I have. It's like, oh,
you have a baby now.
Well, I know, but like this is all I have for like the me. This is me. The baby is the family, the we. This is what's left of the former Mike, and all of his glory has been stripped away.
Mike, you're lacking, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I still thrive.
Lagging like Jasper. Can't go any faster. Lyrical disaster, and I'm the master. I just say what comes to mind. Yeah?
Yeah, very
So it's
nice.
not hard to find words that rhyme with the word rhyme.
True.
Yeah?
True.
Yeah?
Truer words have never
Yeah?
been spoken.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
on that note,
Mike,
I do have to get
yeah.
going to bed.
Those early risers.
I'm usually up between like 6:30 and 7, which might not seem early, but trust me, for me, I don't usually like actually fall asleep until probably close to midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Dude, I'm
up.
I'm going to bed at like 1 or 1:30 every night, and I wake up around 8:30. So.
See, I could totally do that, but like the 5-year-old gets up and goes to the bathroom and the floor squeak and that wakes me up, and then like Brittany will like roll over and that wakes me up, or like, you know, the pigeon outside of my window farts and that wakes me up. So like it's really hard for me to get like a solid night's sleep, so I basically have to lay down for like 9 hours and hope that I get like 4 hours.
Nice.
And then
That reminds me.
weird ass dreams of Brock Lesnar shooting me to death. So
Alright, so
I-
as a goodbye note to you, I'm just gonna ask you a question. You don't have to answer it. Just think about it. Do you
Okay.
know what happens when you give like an acid tablet to a bird?
I do.
What?
I do.
It explode or what?
They do.
What happens? Oh no! No!
Birds actually can't
no.
Yep.
fart.
They blow up like a balloon until they can't anymore.
Yep.
No.
It's pretty hilarious.
So Mike, just so you know, I know that one from personal experience because I found that out, and a bird, like when I was in Coney Island at the beach, a fucking seagull came and stole a hot dog out of my hands. So as revenge, I went and bought Alka-Seltzer tablets and threw them up at the birds.
Oh no!
Bye, Birdie.
You just committed to a crime.
What?
That's a crime.
They started it.
Nah.
They stole.
Oh no!
Listen, if he was at Coney Island and they stole a dog from him, that is actually the crime. So the birds, that's
I
punishable by
guess
death.
so. Oh no!
But anyway, fellas.
I was gonna say, I slept in today. I was late for work. I screwed stuff up at work. It's not a good day.
Yeah, my day.
Damn it.
My day was less than great. But so, all right, we gonna cut it here. Is that the general
Yeah, we'll cut the
consensus?
cord.
Yeah, we'll cut it
This thing's
All
dead.
right, so let's see. I'm signing off. My name is Brandon. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for listening.
But
Thanks, whatever.
I'm like, bye.
There you go.
Peace out, fellas.
This is it. It's off the rails.